Okay, so what we want to do is solve a system of linear equations. So notice here that you have one linear here and another one here. Okay, and what we're going to do is use the substitution method. Why is it called substitution? It's because you're taking one thing and substituting with something else. That way you're able to solve it. So here, what we do is that we take this one, I'm highlighting it in yellow right here. What we want to do is substitute it in here where the y is at. So essentially what's going to happen is that this y, since right here y equals -10, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here to y equals to this y here. So when I rewrite it, okay, so let me go back and put this in green. So this, I'll put it in green here, the green box. It's going to go in here. And some of you already have been doing this with your iReady. So here's what happens. Okay, this part right here, where I'm highlighting in black here, I'm going to copy it the same. So I have equals 2x plus 7. And now right here with this y, I'm going to replace it with -10 because -10 equals 2y. So what I'm going to do is instead of putting a y here, I'm going to put a -10. Okay? Now probably you're thinking, well, why did I do that? Well, notice that I created a new equation where I only have one variable to solve for, which is x. So what I want to do is leave x by itself. So we do what we were doing before. Okay? I want the x's to be here since it's already on the right side and the numbers on the left side. Okay, excuse the dog there. Okay, so then we have -10 is equal to 2x plus 7. So I noticed real quick that this 7 does not have an x, so I'm going to move it. So what I have to do is add something or subtract something. That way the 7 becomes a 0. And I could subtract the 7 or add a -7. It depends how you see things. And I do that to both sides. Now this part here becomes a 0. So let me put that in blue. This becomes a giant 0. Okay, and then I'm left with 2x on the right side. And then I combine these two, and I notice that they're both the same symbol. Since they're both negative, it's going to be a party. It's going to be a negative party. And 17 got together. Okay? 17 got together there. So then what I do next is I go ahead and divide by 2 on both sides like this here. And then I get x is equal to, and if I divide this up, I would get negative, let me see if I do it in my head here, negative 8.5, I believe. Okay, so now this is my x value here. Okay, and then I have to look for the other variables. So notice that there's two variables here, x and y, and I have to solve for both of them. Okay, but wait a minute, look, I already solved for y here. It's already solved for me. So I already know my x and y, so now I could put my ordered pair. Like this, x and y, that's my ordered pair. So I got for my x, -8.5, okay? And for my y, we already had -10. So what this means is that these two lines, if I were to graph them, they would intersect at this point. So what you're going to do on today's assignment is you go to Desmos to check your work. So I'll click on Graphing Calculator. So I go here to y equals -10. Okay. And then I put y equals, and I look back here, and it's 2x plus 7. So I put 2x plus 7. Now to check my answer, I go, okay, well, they're supposed to intersect here. And like we practiced before, you have to kind of zoom out a bit so you can see the two lines. So notice I'm supposed to see a blue and a red line, and boom, I see it right there. And if I click here, notice that it's at -8.5, comma, -10. So what you're going to do next is just take a screenshot of that and then just upload it right here. And then you take a picture of the work. So notice my work is right here on the Jamboard. Alright, if you have additional questions, feel free to ask.